Hello guys, this is Don's Movies, and today I'll be giving you 10 strongest World of Warcraft lore characters. Going through my own subjective list of 10 most powerful characters in the Warcraft universe. So without further ado, let's get into the lore. Number 10. Elemetal Lords. The Elementals are a native race in almost all of the worlds in the cosmos. On Azeroth in particular, they were quite prominent, and for a long time they ruled the entire planet, constantly warring between each other. 4 different lords ruled the elemental armies: Ragnaros the Fire Lord, Neptulon the Tide Hunter, Terrazane the Stone Mother, and Alakir the Wind Lord. Until the arrival of the Old Gods, they were the strongest beings, having immense power over the world of Azeroth. However, with the Old God invasion, they were subjugated and forced to serve. Nevertheless, the Elemental Lords proved to be quite the challenge, and they only fell after they were completely overwhelmed by the Old God minions. Subsequently, the Titans came and cleansed the world, and the Elementals were imprisoned and banished into a different realm known as the Elemental Plane. Recently, they started to break free and cause trouble for the mortals, resulting in the defeat of 2 Elemental Lords. Even though killable, they are nonetheless creatures of immense power. Number 9. Naru. The universe, as we know it, was created with a cataclysmic explosion of the light and the void. As the worlds were formed, so were the Naru, taking shape from clouds of pure, fractured light. This being the case, they are benevolent beings that vow to nurture and preserve life as much as that is in their power. The Naru, not being really aggressive creatures, makes it hard to determine their true strength, but there is no doubt that they possess colossal power. For ages, they have guided mortal races and spread their knowledge of the light, being light themselves. However, it is possible for these benevolent beings to lose their light, and this triggers a total transformation into a void god. Void gods are beings of the void, the complete opposite of their former state, and if left unchecked, they can be extremely dangerous, putting the entire world at risk. All in all, the Naru, even though hard to determine their true power, are definitely one of the strongest and the oldest beings in the universe. Number 8. DEATHWING. Formerly known as Neltharion the Earth Warder, he was one of the 5 original dragon aspects. Neltharion many millennia ago was evolved and granted power by the Titan Keepers in order to safeguard the world of Azeroth. However, this gift ended up being more of a burden, and Neltharion slowly sunk into madness, manipulated by the Old Gods. He turned against his fellow aspects and made it his goal to destroy Azeroth. He was defeated eventually, but recently he returned, breaking the link between the material and the elemental plane, causing the shattering. This time, as the Old Gods started to slowly awaken, DEATHWING's power was significantly increased. On top of that, his body was covered with elementium plates hammered to his skin in order to keep his fiery body together. He was killed, but only with the aid of the Demon Soul, the other aspects, and the mortal races. Even though defeated, there is absolutely no doubt that DEATHWING was extremely powerful and was very close to destroying all life on Azeroth. Number 7. KIL'JAEDEN and ARCHIMONDE. KIL'JAEDEN and ARCHIMONDE were once Eredar, and together with Velen, they were the leaders of their people. Sargeras, searching for a brain to control his gigantic demon army, decided to turn to this mysterious race. Manipulating them with promises of great power and knowledge, Sargeras turned Archimonde and KIL'JAEDEN into demons. Ever since that point, they have been his left and right hand, the most trusted commanders and the ones responsible for the destruction of many worlds. Archimonde the Defiler is a commander utilizing both warlock magic and primal strength to lay waste to all of those who oppose him. On the other hand, KIL'JAEDEN the Deceiver is just as powerful, if not even more powerful, relying on manipulation and magic as opposed to brute force. The two corrupted Eredar have been the key to the success of the Burning Legion and have wreaked havoc across the entire cosmos. Archimonde was defeated 2 times, requiring great sacrifice, but that doesn't mean anything as both of them are immortal, meaning that they can only be killed within the Twisting Nether. So you have 2 immortal demons of incredible strength and power granted to them by Sargeras himself, resulting in one of the most powerful beings in the Warcraft universe. Number 6. Titan Keepers. Long ago, the Titans invaded Azeroth in order to save the nascent Titan from the old god corruption. As their physical forms were too big, fearing they would hurt the world soul, the Pantheon decided to create an army to do their bidding. This army was known as the Titan Forged, and the commanders of it were the Titan Keepers. These Keepers were directly empowered by the Titans themselves and had direct control over the rest of the Titan Forged. In their initial campaign, they defeated and imprisoned all of the Elemental Lords and the Old Gods. The 9 Keepers, Sargeras, Odin, Loken, Thorim, Freya, Mimiron, Hodir, Tyr, and Ra, after the war, were crucial figures in shaping Azeroth and creating life. They did eventually lose some of their initial power, but after the Pantheon was killed, these Keepers were imbued by the remnants of the actual Titan spirits. Even though not exactly the same as before, there is absolutely no doubt that the Titan Keepers were one of the strongest beings to ever lay a foot on Azeroth. Number 5. Old Gods. The Old Gods are a creation of the Void Lords with the purpose of corrupting the world soul in order to create a weapon for their masters. Despite being mere tools, the Old Gods are beings of unimaginable powers, destroying everything and everyone that stands in their path. There are many of them across the entire universe, but we only really know about the ones that we have encountered on Azeroth. Many millennia ago, these creatures plummeted into the world in order to transform the nascent Titan. In the process, they enslaved the native elementals and established their own domain across most of the world, known as the Black Empire. They were eventually defeated by the Titans that arrived and imprisoned, but nevertheless, even in that state, they had great influence on Azeroth. From corrupting the Emerald Dream to driving a dragon aspect insane, the Old Gods are the biggest present threat to the world. Aside from just them, their own creations such as the Catraxi are also incredibly powerful creatures, with 2 of them being able to kill a Titan Keeper. All in all, the Old Gods are some of the most evil and powerful creatures to ever rule Azeroth. Number 4. Titans. When the universe was created in an explosion, so were a number of world souls inside various planets. From these world souls, the Titans have a potential to awaken, but only with special care. Amantul was said to be the first one, and eventually by searching for others, he founded the Pantheon. The Pantheon had the goal to look for other nascent Titans and bring them to their order. They are beings of colossal power, able to very easily shape worlds and in some cases completely destroy them. During the cleansing of Azeroth, Amantul, just by using his arm, ripped the old god Y'Shaarj from the world. This fact alone, judging how powerful the old gods actually are, shows the true strength of the Pantheon. The Titans were eventually all killed when Sargeras defected and fought them while infused with fell magic, which the Titans are especially weak to. However, their souls didn't truly die and were preserved in the Keepers of Azeroth. Even though every Titan but Sargeras is dead, there is absolutely no doubt that they are beings of monumental power. Number 3. Sargeras. Sargeras was one of the strongest Titans of the Pantheon and the only Titan to fall into madness. Originally, his mission was to cleanse the universe of all evil, and he did it very efficiently, but everything changed when he encountered the old gods and their masters, the Void Lords. Seeing that the world he encountered was corrupted beyond all repair, he split the entire planet in two, killing even the old gods. Sometime after, he completely defected from the Titan Order and created the Burning Legion by freeing the captured demons. By shattering the prison world of Mardoom, he was imbued with immeasurable fell power. Subsequently, the Pantheon confronted him, but by using his newfound strength, he obliterated all of the Titans. Ever since then, he led his legion, destroying countless worlds across the entire cosmos. He was defeated when he attempted to enter Azeroth, but that does not mean anything as he can only be truly killed inside the twisting Nether. Judging by the fact that he killed all of the Titans and split a world in half before he even had a portion of the power he has now, Sargeras is definitely one of the strongest beings in the Warcraft universe. Number 2. Azeroth. Most people believe Azeroth to be just a world, but in reality it is much more. Azeroth was in fact a very powerful Titan world soul. The Pantheon was aware of this and they realized that this might just be their only chance to defeat the Void Lords. All of this is speculation as the soul was never awoken and might never even be, but nevertheless we know that it is incredibly powerful. Many of the Titans believed Azeroth to be potentially stronger than Sargeras, who was at the time the strongest Titan. Now, it is hard to say whether that would be the case with Sargeras' newfound fell power, but Sargeras did eventually learn of this world soul, which is why he's so interested in Azeroth. Currently, it isn't known whether the Titan will ever awake, but we know for certain that Azeroth has or had incredible potential and could be the only weapon against the Void Lords. Number 1. Void Lords. The strongest creatures in the entire Warcraft universe, the Void Lords are entities composed of pure shadow that live within the void. In a sense, they are darkness incarnate and are complete opposite of the light and anything good. Their biggest mission was to corrupt Titans, and as the living Titans were too resilient, they decided to target World Souls, nascent Titans, in an attempt to create a Dark Titan, a weapon of immeasurable power. As the Void Lords struggled to manifest in the physical universe, they pooled their power and hurled an unknown number of old gods across the entire universe. This fact alone shows their true capabilities, with them being able to so easily create creatures of such incredible strength. The Void Lords are absolute evil and they want nothing less than the entire destruction of all life in the universe. It is uncertain whether we would be ever able to fight them, but a day will come when living beings will have to face the Void Lords or die. Alright, and that is all I have for this video. Do remember that this is only my own personal opinion and speculation, and make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, as it really helps out and keeps all the content going. Thanks a lot for taking the time out of the day to watch this video, and see you next time.